All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the stream. Brick CBK here. We got Inside Ultimate Rivals coming at you. We're going to be playing the rink once again. Yeah, obviously a little bit later of a start today. Apologize. Had some work things I had to finish up, but did not want to go without a stream, of course. Getting some games in of the rink and hanging out, and we'll play at least a couple of games. We'll see how they go. See what kind of conversation comes up. Yeah, overall, having a good day. Hopefully you are as well. Of course, this has been a Thursday. So we did release some, I guess, kind of unfortunate news, but at the same time, you know, not the end of the world necessarily. It's obviously the beta and everything is still very high with the court, but was announced yesterday by Ben, our CEO, in our Discord that looks like this Friday's build is not going to be the multiplayer that we hoped for one reason or another. Obviously, we stand by. I really want to make sure the product that we're putting out is exceptional and something that you guys are going to be able to enjoy, and it just wasn't ready yet, or at that level yet. So, holding off on it for now, but there will be some bug fixes and some minor things here and there with the new beta build to come out tomorrow. The 30 times seemed good here for you. Right on. Yeah, I notice B Tactics, you always hanging out here, so you're one of the viewers I can count on to to be here, having a good time. Obviously, with these streams, they've been very low key. I think, as you're aware of, we don't really advertise them anywhere or anything like that. But especially once we start doing the court, then gonna really hype things up quite a bit and expect a bit more activity on such streams. Stolen. Sorry, so we got game 6 of the Brooklyn-Boston series, or not Boston, Brooklyn-Milwaukee series tonight. We'll see. I assume that's tonight, actually. I guess I'd have to double check, but I assume game 6 is tonight. Of course, Brooklyn, Kevin Durant putting on an insane performance in the previous game, with Harden playing somewhat hobbled, it still feels like, and Irving not in. So apparently Irving's not going to be in again tonight. And Harden is questionable once again, so we'll see if he ends up playing too. I think it'll be game 7. Yeah, but I mean, you know, Brooklyn, obviously, they really saved themselves there because they're playing with these injuries. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if they end up straight up just resting Harden for this game as well, knowing that at least they have a game 7 worst case scenario. And then it's like, all right, Harden, Irving, get in there. You know, this is it anyways. Let's see what we can make happen, right? So... And it will be in Brooklyn if it goes to a Game 7. So, I mean, I tend to agree with you, honestly, that we probably are going to see a Game 7. But, hey, with that series, that's frankly what I expected at least. And although it hasn't been the prettiest series at times, it's been it's been unfortunate, obviously, with the injuries. I mean, just as an NBA fan, you hate to see it. Like, I can only imagine how good this Brooklyn team would have been if Harden and Irving, especially, were playing just at full strength and... not having to worry about these injuries here. If no game 7. Oh, I 100% agree with you there. Yeah, if they actually, that's a good point. If they don't get it to a game 7, especially at home in Milwaukee, here in game 6 tonight, and playing with if they even play an injured Harden, and we know Irving's out as well, like, what are you guys doing? You know, back-to-back MVP Giannis. They keep building these teams. They just got him to sign that huge extension and be like, all right, we're going to play for championships, and they're getting okay players around and like Middleton and shit, but something just is not connecting with that team. It seems like they go in waves as far as throughout the game, as far as just looking so good to just nothing. Like they actually remind me a lot of a team like the Houston Rockets used to be, where they're all about that three-point shot in a lot of ways. Like either they're on with the three-point shot or they are not winning the game at all. They rely on it too much, it feels like. And it feels like with those Houston teams, it kind of made sense, right? With their lineup of like Harden and Chris Paul, and I guess more recently with like Russell Westbrook, but they had like, you know, ridiculous 3-point shooters. But with Giannis, that's not his game. He's the inside guy. He's the post player, the driver to the rim. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've overanalyzed that team by any means, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. And as somebody that's half Greek myself, not that that's like the only reason why I'm a fan of Giannis, but it's kind of cool that, you know, obviously seeing a Greek player in the NBA being so dominant. I have been rooting for him ever since he became relevant. I would not, especially with the Lakers going out like they did. I would not mind seeing Milwaukee win the whole thing. Like I don't want to say I'm necessarily rooting for them, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing them winning it. I think best case scenario left here is probably something like a Phoenix. I would say a Phoenix Brooklyn finals, honestly, would actually be really good. I also wouldn't mind seeing Philadelphia, but with Embiid, it's hard to believe Philadelphia is going to be able to compete against either Brooklyn or Milwaukee with the injured Embiid. Like, he's kind of playing, but man, he clearly is playing hurt. Like the Bucks to get to the WC? You mean the Eastern Conference Finals? Yeah. Are there going to be different camera views in the final product, like a side cam? Interesting question. So I assume you're talking about the court. This is the rink, obviously, that I'm playing, the hockey game, but the court or basketball game. As far as different camera angles, camera angles especially are something that I can safely say there's been a lot of debates on, you know, behind the scenes between our developers and people on the team as far as, you know, what makes the most sense. So, you know, with that said, we do like to give options, but you don't want to, we don't have overwhelming amount of options for you to choose from. So as far as like a side view, so I guess with the court, so maybe you are talking about the rink actually, because the court, there is kind of the side view, right? But the rink, it is more top down. I will say with the rink for a hockey game, a side view would be it feels like that'd be a little difficult to truly follow the puck. I feel like most hockey games that I can recall throughout history have usually had this top down view. I think basketball could definitely get away with it a lot easier. But, yeah, I'm not sure how that would look in hockey. So I honestly can't say if that's something we've been too curious on making happen or not. Let's go Stanton. Sure. It does depend on the sport, yeah. Yes, like basketball is good with it. Like football would be another one where it'd be kind of depending on how the football game plays, I guess. I can't imagine it being a side view. You know, it's like you think like obviously like Madden or even NFL Blitz. It's more this style of view. It's more the top down, you know, over the shoulder kind of view. Yeah, parties over here on the Twitch side. That is kind of the awkward thing about streaming on different platforms at the same time. I know, well, B-Tactics, you're used to it because you obviously, well, you stream on 3 different platforms. Yeah, I know there's some simulation games that like they have like a crazy amount of camera angles you can mess around with to see like maybe what you like. But I feel like even those though, like with like your NBA 2K or even Madden or whatever, it's almost like one of those, it's just excessive, right? Like no one's going into those camera angles and being like, oh, I want this very direct, you know, corner angle, like that's like kind of down more on the court. Like people aren't going into the, I refuse to believe that people are going to the options and actually using some of these obscure camera angles to play the game. Like heavy majority of the players are going to be playing the default or maybe like one other option that they just prefer. So that kind of goes back to the point I was making earlier. Like there's been a lot of debate and toying around with like camera angles between the rink and the court as well even. And what makes the most sense. And, you know, we do give you some options with the rink. I know we give you options with how the camera follows. So there's either the puck cam or the player cam. That makes a little more sense to me too, where, you know, it's obviously depending on your comfort with the game. Like, so I have it on player cam, right? Yeah, I have it on player cam. So no matter where the puck is, I apologize, I have it on puck cam. So wherever the puck is, so like if I shoot it off right there, it follows the puck. Where if I had it on player cam, I would just see my player still and the puck would be off in the distance, you know, with like an arrow following it. But I mean, and that's good. Like we don't need like all these other ridiculous kind of camera angles to mess around with. I don't know. To me, that it just feels unnecessary. Scoring goals like it's a job. I got a PlayStation 5. I'm actually not using it right now, funny enough, but I did get a PlayStation 5 controller to kind of try out, and because I've always been an Xbox controller player. So here's the Xbox controller that I'm playing with right now, actually controlling with. But I've started to have a little bit of issues with it, with like the Bluetooth connection seems to be a little funky sometimes, and the cable, like the cable part in here is broken almost, where even if I have a cable plugged in, it unplugs like half of the time I'm using it. The slightest move will unplug it, so it gets really frustrating. So I decided to invest into another Bluetooth controller, and I was like, you know what, I'll try a PlayStation one. And I gotta say, I definitely, it is a slightly different feel, but I am starting to get a little more used to it. So to play NBA 2K, I don't use the top-down view. I use the broadcast, which is like a side cam. So yeah, again, so the court game, it is a side view. So I don't know if you've seen gameplay yet, or have you tried the beta yet? I guess that should be the first question I should ask. Dad by day, gamer by night. Interesting name, by the way. Because if you've tried the beta, then yeah, you obviously, we got the side cam going on, and that's the default view. To be blunt, I actually am not sure what other camera options we give in the court. I honestly haven't looked into that myself. I don't know if B-Tactics can answer that or not, but I don't think we have other camera options in the court. I might be wrong, though. Yeah. You haven't seen the court? Here, where's the link? Where's the link? We need to get our man the link, or woman, sorry. We need to get you the link here. Boom. If you go there, then you can sign up real quickly in just a couple seconds, and it'll take you to a download link. And well, should ask the obvious. As long as you have an iOS device, so like an iPhone, iPad, the Apple TV, etc., you are able to participate in the current beta that we have running. So if you do that, you hit the download link, download Test Flight, download the game. You'll be playing some Court. And you can also check us out on our Discord, discord.gg/Ultimate Rivals. I believe if you type !Discord, the link also comes up in Twitch chat, but you can hang out with the community there. A lot of our developers, including myself, as well as our CEO, does a lot of talking in that Discord server and communicating with everyone. So yeah, there you go. You have an iPhone 12? Awesome. Yeah, no, iPhone 12. From what I have heard, it runs very well on the iPhone 12. So definitely check it out. Go for the aim pass goal. Oh no, he knocked me over. Hood hood. Oh. Game's almost over. Might as well use an ultimate. Can't wait for this time multiplayer as well. Again, it does. it does beat Tactics. There's just not a lot of people actively playing multiplayer on the rink for one reason or another at this time. So I will say, again, when we released the rink, first off, it was in very little time. It was something like 6 to 8 months of total like development, which is just insane, especially for a game of this caliber. But it was also, you know, early on with the Apple Arcade push and everything. And there is a lot of options to choose from in Apple Arcade, and we did some marketing, but we didn't necessarily do a lot when it comes to promoting this game and everything. So that is going to be much different for the Court. I think you can tell it's already been much different than what the rink was. But there is, as you'll see here, there's online 1v1. I can look to find a match. Now, on Apple TV specifically, there is unfortunately an issue, which I am using an Apple TV, so and I believe that's what you have, B-Tactics. For the rink, at least, there is an issue where it has troubles finding a game most of the time. So, I guess technically I can't play online unless I use Challenge a Friend, but that's a whole nother bag of worms right there. But yeah, the Court will have multiplayer, and the Apple TV issue shouldn't be a thing at all in that. It's going to be kind of a different system with how it works on the technical side behind the scenes. So it'll be a much more smoother experience, ideally. And yeah, that's definitely coming to the Court. And then we'll work on fixing it up for the rink as well, as we have mentioned many of times. Got my Ultimate Rivals water bottle here. Whoops. Whoops. One timer. Nice cup, yeah. No, it's actually a nice water bottle. I use this in general on my computer station now. I got it like about 6 months ago, I want to say. And obviously, yeah, it's a little bit of a promotion thing. Of course, I work for BitFry, and with the game and everything, but honestly, no, it is a nice water bottle, and like for the practical use. I don't think we're at the point yet where we're looking to sell merchandise by any means, but hey, you never know. Down the line, you never know. Man, you hyped. No, you stole it. Rude. Have to get some games in. Nice. I get a haircut tomorrow. Yay! So the next time you all see me on stream, be looking a little more fresh, hopefully. Has been a while. It's been a little bit. Can definitely use one. You've been shaving your head? Oh, yeah. That must be a fun experience. That's why I don't know about doing the bald thing. Like, I am happy and fortunate that in my family, like, my dad, who's in his late 60s, he still has a good head of hair on him. So, like, I'm not expecting baldness necessarily anytime in the near future. But it's just the maintenance of, for those that do shave their head, though, in general, I can only imagine. But yeah, so, like, obviously, you know, whether or not that's in your case, just simply the choice to shave it, of course, it's a style thing. Respect it. But yeah, I can only imagine. I see I'm lazy as heck when it comes to that. Like I said, like, it's been way too long since I've gotten my last haircut for this guy. And I grow out my beard because... lazy. Although I did shave recently. Come on. Stop it. Oh, jeez. I didn't have the puck. Whoops. Three-pointer. Three-pointer. No, I got stolen. Of course, now I can't score a goal. Am I really not going to score before the quarter's over? Oh. Fire wasted. Yeah, three-point shots are not easy. The strategy is, though, you have to get the goalie blinking red initially to have any shot of making it. So You'd go for the easy shot first, make him start blinking around with a crit shot ideally, and then you could try to take the 3-point shot, and then aim towards wherever the goalie is not. So like he's on the left side here, I would aim towards the right as far as the shot goes. So yeah, I got him blinking red now, and then you go for the one-timer, and boom. Yeah, I've played a lot of the rink. No. All right. Sure. You can do that. So that actually takes away his fire right there. And then we go for the soccer balls. Game is totally fair. What? So I got a blinking red, now I can shoot the 3, and boom. Doesn't seem OP at all. I know, right? No, it's totally fair. it's totally a fair ultimate. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And it's one of those, it's like not even just because it's an AI, like, even against a person, it's like, what the, again, you literally can't do anything against it unless you have an ultimate yourself to use, like baseball. Baseball, or I think football, I guess, would override it as well if you hit them, so like that would be the strategy to play around it. Alright. Anywho, I think that is a good stream though. Okay, I'll have to keep these short and sweet, just hanging out for a little bit. But that's a good stopping point. Got 3 games in. Had some good conversation as always. And looking forward to a good Friday, because obviously, once again, our next beta comes out for the court. If you're hanging out in Discord, you'll get more information on that. Like I said, unfortunately, it's not going to be multiplayer as we hoped for initially, but there will still be some bug fixes and a couple other things there. So the progression continues, I guess is a good way to put it. But that's going to do it for the stream today. So ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. I will see you next time. Enjoy playing Ultimate Rivals. Until then, peace.